Premiership Supporters Cup is in full swing here in Manchester this evening as we enjoy some classic action against our old rivals Wolverhampton, courtesy of our long-time sponsor and principal partner, ATPI. Well, good evening everybody. It's Thursday once again, which means we've got some more exciting historic Premiership action to come. But before we get to tonight's meeting, we'd just like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to the late Alan Wilkinson, who, as I'm sure most of you are aware, sadly passed away at the weekend at the age of 71. Alan first rode for Belle Vue back in the early 1970s. He first joined us in 1971 and really started to demonstrate his potential as a rider when he was made the captain of the team shortly thereafter, one of the most legendary skippers the Aces have ever had. Sadly, his career was cut short in 1978 after a track crash left him paralysed from the waist down. And we would just like to say, on behalf of all at Belle Vue Speedway, that we send our sincerest condolences to Alan's family. He will be very well missed here at the club. He was a regular visitor to the National Speedway Stadium, and it was a joy to have him with us whenever his health permitted. Alan Wilkinson, who sadly died at the age of 71. So then, on to tonight's Premiership action, and this week it is brought to us by our principal partner and long-time sponsor, ATPI. They are the go-to guys for all your advanced travel needs. Make sure you check out their website, www.atpi.com. So we've got Supporters Cup action for you this evening. The Wolverhampton Wolves are in town and we do like to have a good battle with our Black Country rivals. Always guaranteed to be an exciting evening of Speedway. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to the boys for heat number 1. Enjoy the meeting.
Riders at the tapes for heat number 1 on a glorious Easter Monday morning here at the National Stadium. A bumper crowd. And we're looking forward to 15 heats of fabulous action at the best racetrack in the world. From the inside, in the yellow helmet colour, gate number 1 for the Wolverhampton Wolves, it is Kyle Howarth. Next to him in blue for Belle Vue races, it will be Steve Worrall. And it's gate 3 in white for Wolverhampton, Sam Masters. And at the outside in red, fellow Australian Max Fricke. Referee here this afternoon is Michael Brecken. Track has been well watered. They'll be hoping to keep the dust down and that the racing will be as red hot as the weather. Here we go then for the opener this afternoon. Takes fly on heat number 1, away they go. Fast start for the man on the inside, Kyle Howarth. Gets to the first corner, tied between Howarth and Worrall, with Sam Masters hitting the front. Masters then from Kyle Howarth, slightly out of shape there in the top corner. Howarth down low. And it is Wolves 1 and 2. So Masters then from Howarth. Max Fricke chasing hard. And the visitors off to a strong start here. Coming through with 2 laps gone. We've become accustomed to winning Heat 1, but he's finding himself struggling behind Kyle Howarth. Might take the Aces a few races to get used to track conditions here. Trying to force a way through on the inside of the Wolves man. Masters, no mistake out front. So Masters from Howarth, Max Fricke trying everything here, trying to hunt down the Wolves man. So turn to the top corner for the final time. Fricke will throw it out wide. Howarth will try to block his run. Fricke low will get round him. Brilliant stuff for the Aces man. Salvages second there. And some fine action to begin here this afternoon. No problems out front for Sam Masters. He was set way and gone and good out front. And he's going to come round on a lap of honour. And Wolverhampton open up with a heat advantage in the first one today. So Sam Masters with the victory. Second man home was Max Fricke, and third went to Kyle Howarth, a 4-2 to the Wolves in Heat 1. So all starting off brightly, and we are on to heat number 2, the reserve race. The 4 riders already at the line, and it will see going in the red helmet colour, gate number 1 for the Belle Vue Aces, it's Dimitri Berge. Gate number 2 in white for Wolverhampton, it's Ash Morris. Gate 3 in blue, it will be Jamin Lidsey, and off the outside in yellow, it will be young American Luke Becker. So 2 debutants to British Speedway in this heat number 2, Lidsey and Becker. I'm sure Dimitri Berge will be hoping for a better day here than he had in his first meeting this year here, when he scored just 1 point against Peterborough. They come to order for heat number 2. Takes fly where they go. It is a fast start for Dimitri Berge. He gets to the first corner. Good one also for the man in the blue helmet, Jamin Lidsey. He's got his wheels in line. He's trying to come around the outside of Ash Morris. So Ace is striking back here with a fast start for the Frenchman, and Lidsey is coming the outside of Ash Morris. So Ace is looking good on the first lap here of heat 2. Morris looking to respond. Back straight they go for the second time. So extending a lead up front is the Frenchman Berge. Ash Morris though has got plenty of pace in third. Trying to work out the best angle of attack here on Lidsey. Disappointment for Becker. He's finding himself at the back. So Belle Vue striking back with a maximum it would seem in the reserve race. Oh so important of course. Strong ride here from Lidsey. Works his way into second spot, and they are going to bring this home. So around the top corner they come. Fine stuff from Dimitri Berge, he wins it. Second went home, Jamin Lidsey. Third spot went to Ash Morris. Fine stuff from the Aces reserves there in heat number 2. Fast start from the man on the inside, Dimitri Berge. Got it all right going into the first corner and didn't really look back from there. He's going to head back to the pits quickly. And no laps of honour for the Aces boys. So good stuff in heat number 2 for the Wrenchock Aces. 5-1. The win going to Dimitri Berge. Second man home was Jamin Lidsey, and third went to Ash Morris. 5-1, and progressively the score moves on. 7 to the Wrenchock Belle Vue Aces, 5 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. Then to heat number 3. Takes fly where they go. Fast start from the man off the inside. It is Carl Howarth, Schlein with a determined first corner. Moves ahead of Kenneth Bjerre. Bjerre though with his wheels in line, surging his way through on the inside. Comes inside his team partner also. That's Ricky Wells. But out front, making a good start, Carl Howarth. Kenneth Bjerre will chase hard on short. First taste of the track this afternoon. Meantime, Ricky Wells trying to come on the outside of Schlein. Very tight between those two. To the top corner, the American looks to have got third. And we've got 2 races in 1. So Wells has worked his way ahead of the Wolverhampton captain. Howarth out front after making a good start. But what can Kenneth Bjerre do over the remaining lap and a half? Howarth riding a good race out front. Bjerre, 5 metre deficit or so. Howarth riding in a mid-track line. Kenneth Bjerre, he's got a bit more pace. Can he work out the best way to come through here? He'll keep it down low. Howarth though will be able to bring this home. Carl Howarth for the Wolves wins heat number 3. Kenneth Bjerre comes home for second. Ricky Wells for third. Battling effort from Kenneth Bjerre, but unable to make up the ground on Carl Howarth, who made a lovely start. We saw him in fine form on Saturday in front of our cameras down at Leicester. And Kyle, well, he'll be delighted with that. Takes a good man to beat Kenneth Bjerre around here. And he's going to come around on a lap of honour. There are some Wolves fans that have made the journey up the M6 this morning. So fine stuff from Howarth. He wins heat number 3. Second man home was Kenneth Bjerre. Third went to Ricky Wells. It's a shared race. And progressively, after 3 heats here, 10 to the Wrenchock Belle Vue Aces and 8 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. Swiftly on to heat number 4. First time on track this afternoon for Daniel Bewley and indeed for Scott Nicholls. They will line up in gates 3 and 4 respectively. The full lineup for heat number 4. C's going in the yellow helmet colour, gate number 1, hoping to make a better start perhaps from the inside gate. Luke Becker, gate 2 in blue for Belle Vue, Dimitri Berge, gate 3 in white, Scott Nicholls, and off the outside in red, Dan Bewley. Dan had a tough night down at Ipswich last Thursday evening for the Aces, failed to score, but it's going to take Dan a little while to get back on track, especially away from home, after returning from his horror injury last year. He was in fine fettle at the National Stadium 10 days or so ago. He'll be hopeful that he can make a good start here off gate number 4. Just taking their time to settle down. Scott Nicholls just going through his last minute preparations. Starting marshal will encourage him to come to order. So finally ready for heat number 4. Takes fly where they go. It's a good start from Dimitri Berge. Gets to the first corner ahead of Luke Becker. Dan Bewley, however, hasn't got away too well. And it's Berge out front from Nicholls. Here comes Dan Bewley trying to come in the outside of Becker. Looks to have done so, although Becker, a good ride from there to spot the run of Bewley. Bewley gets a face full of dirt for his excellence. So on his 8 for 2 out of 2, it's Dimitri Berge. The Wolves boys seemingly packing the places here. And they come with 2 laps gone. So 2 fast starts, certainly got things sorted machinery-wise as Dimitri Berge. The Wolves boys under no real pressure here from Bewley. After Bewley got bundled aside at the end of the first lap by Luke Becker. Becker running from the outside of his 2 partners. Scott Nicholls is riding down low, and that's bringing Bewley back into play. Bewley's going to take a monumental effort if he can get through to Becker here. He'll keep it down low. To the top corner they go. One final challenge from Bewley. He's successful in his efforts there, and Wolves pack the places. Good stuff from Dimitri Berge. Made a lovely start once again. Got ahead of Luke Becker into the first corner. And despite Nicholls' best efforts on lap 1 especially, he brought it home from there. So 4 races gone here at the National Stadium, 2 heat winners apiece. The win there in heat number 4 going the way of Dimitri Berge. Second man home was Scott Nicholls, and third Luke Becker. Shared race and progressively after 4 heats here. 13 to the Renchock Belle Vue Aces and 11 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. First track grade of the afternoon concluded. We are on to heat number 5. And with the 4 riders at the line for this one, it's C's going in the blue helmet colour, gate number 1, Ricky Wells. Gate 2 in the yellow helmet, winner impressively last time out, it's Kyle Howarth. Gate 3 in red, it is Kenneth Bjerre, and off the outside in the white helmet colour, also an impressive winner of his first outing, it is Sam Masters. So just 2 points between the sides. This Premiership Supporters Cup. Belle Vue holding the nap hand in this competition so far, with back-to-back victories over Peterborough Wolves, losing at the East of England Arena. They've still got to find time to rearrange their abandoned fixture against the Panthers. And so this bank holiday Monday double header, so to speak, all important in the calculations. They settle down then for heat 5. Fly away they go. The start for the man off the inside, Ricky Wells. Good one also by Sam Masters. Masters trying to come in the outside of the American, but it's Wells that shows. Wells then from Howarth. 2 Wolves boys into first, second and third. Sam Masters, strong challenge from the outside. Here he comes through on the inside of Ricky Wells. Yes, at the back. Headed action on the first lap as Kenneth Bjerre's found a way through on the inside of Howarth, and now he'll set his sights on Masters. Masters being timed, he's trying to hunt down Ricky Wells. His aces 1 and 3. Heat advantage situation, 2 laps gone. Masters with plenty of pace. Tries to attack Wells, but also defend his position to stop the run of Kenneth Bjerre. Bjerre loses some ground slightly there. Into the top corner they go. Kenneth Bjerre right on the tail of Sam Masters. Masters will try and block his run and come through here on the inside of Ricky Wells. Absolutely nothing between them. Right action here in heat 5. Wells out front front from Masters. Masters trying to make a big long straight a bit here. Can his Wells in line? He'll search his way down on the inside of Ricky Wells. That's a good inside pass. Can Wells respond on the final corner? Close over the line. Well, we'll leave that one to our referee this afternoon because that was very close indeed. Sam Masters thinks he's got it. But did Ricky Wells get up in the final knockings of Heat 5? No lots of honour for Sam Masters. Ricky Wells will come round, and did Ricky Wells come back through on the inside of Masters? That was a really strong ride from Masters on the last lap. Did he let it slip in the final few yards? Aces fans in the main grandstand delighted with Ricky Wells' efforts. But we'll await the word, as we'll have a look at that and see exactly which man got it. Brilliant action in heat number 5 between Masters and Wells. Very close, and Ricky Wells did indeed get up on the run into the flag. Fantastic stuff from Ricky Wells there. Sam Masters home for second. Third went to Kenneth Bjerre, a 4-2, and progressively the score moves on. It's 17 to the Renchuck Belle Vue Aces and 13 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. On we move to heat number 6. Michael Brecken, the referee, moving on this meeting apace with the second leg to come tonight. Heat 6, Stevie Worrall in blue, gate number 1. Gate 2 in white, it is Scott Nicholls. Gate 3 in red, it is Max Fricke. And off the outside in the yellow helmet colour, it will be Ash Morris. So Steve Worrall, I'm sure, will be hoping to make a good start from gate number 1 after having to retire out of his first ride of the day. So they come to order for heat number 6. Slight movement there from Steve Worrall on the inside. Glad to get away with it. Max Fricke, his team partner's made a good start, although Michael Brecken is unhappy. The red lights are on, difficult to see in the bright sunshine. And Steve Worrall receiving the warning. He's going to head back to the pits, as indeed has Ash Morris, as we'll look at that again. And no doubt about it, Stevie Worrall just a little too eager. And didn't touch the tapes, but has got to remain totally stationary next time around. Restart of heat number 6. Stevie Worrall having to remain totally stationary this time around. So Steve Worrall lining up in gate 1. Scott Nicholls in white, gate number 2. Gate 3 in red, it's Max Fricke. And off the outside in yellow, Ash Morris. Well, Aces are trapped first and second. Can they do the same here? Michael Brecken, I'm sure, will be avidly watching Stevie Worrall as they come to order for the restart of heat 6. Takes the line where they go. Worrall reaches the first corner. It's Wolverhampton, Scott Nicholls that gets away. Max Fricke chasing hard in second. Fricke on the outside of Nicholls. He'll take a good pass here if he can come on the outside of him. Nicholls, with all of his years of experience, trying to block the run of Fricke. He's got some track there. Fricke will into the hunt down low, trying to come through on the inside of Scott Nicholls. Valence between the front two. Nicholls then from Fricke. It's Worrall in third, Morris at the back. Fricke committed to the outside. Nicholls reads that well. And with 2 laps gone, fine action here in heat 6. Max Fricke really fired up. Nicholls once again blocking his run. Fricke now wheels in line. Can he come through on the inside? Nothing between them into the top corner. Fricke just find a way to the front. Patch runs a bit too wide on the top bend, but he's got the bike control to hold on to his position. Stormy ride for the Aces captain, Max Fricke. He's worked his way ahead of Scott Nicholls. Aces in a 4-2 situation, going to extend their lead. Round they come. Max Fricke, brilliant ride from him. He wins heat 6. Scott Nicholls home for second. Stevie Worrall for third. And Max Fricke really had to work hard there, and he's coming around on the 5th lap. Max looking around, he's misread the laps there, but it doesn't matter, he still takes the victory. Brilliant action in heat number 6 as Scott Nicholls was blocking every challenge from Max Fricke until the start of the 3rd lap. Fricke getting his wheels in line and storming his way down on the inside of Nicholls, and nothing that the 7 times British champion could do there. Max Fricke, storming ride from the Australian champ. He wins it. Nicholls home for second. First spot went to Stevie Worrall, 4-2, and progressively after 6 heats, 21 to the Renchuk Belle Vue Aces, 15 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. We've had a 10-minute delay just to grade the track once again and put some more water down. So difficult on such a warm afternoon to keep track conditions at the optimum best. But nevertheless, track riding really well so far. And with the riders at the line for heat number 7, we'll take you through the lineup. In the red helmet colour, gate number 1 for the Renchuk Aces, it is Dan Bewley. Gate number 2 in yellow, taking the rider replacing ride is Luke Becker. Gate 3 in blue, undefeated so far for his first 2 starts, that's Berge. And off the outside in the white helmet colour, Rory Schlein. So riders just taking their time here to settle down ahead of heat 7. Tony Marshall trying to encourage them to come to order. Bewley, I'm sure, will be hoping better luck this time around. So settling down for heat number 7. Takes fly where they go. Dan Bewley, so he's start from the inside, but this going to the first corner. The runner needs to get away. Bewley out front. So Becker in second, Rory Schlein in third, with Berge missing out this time. He's at the back. So Dan Bewley, they're going to count this time. The Wolves boys, I'm sure, will just try to pack the places here. Berge perhaps caught out by the track watering. Meantime, his team partner Dan Bewley away and looking good. So 2 laps gone off heat 7. Back on it in this one, perhaps some adjustments to his machine. He certainly reared away from the line, so perhaps the clutch was wound slightly too tightly for his liking. So they come around with 1 to go. He's going to bring home the 3 points here. The Wolves have no answer, pretty well spread here, as unfortunately the dust is rising once again. Top corner they go. Daniel Bewley, fine stuff from him. He wins heat 7. Second at home, Luke Becker. Strong ride from the young American. Third went to Rory Schlein, and it's a shared race situation. Acknowledgement back from Dan Bewley. He made it count from the inside and did what he needs to do, and he's going to come around on a lap of honour. Main grandstand here at the National Stadium, absolutely jam-packed. Plenty on the south stand as well. The bank holiday meetings certainly do get the crowds out. Great to see, and they'll be enjoying what they've seen so far. So, Daniel Bewley with the victory from Luke Becker. Third went to Rory Schlein. A shared race, and progressively after 7 races, 24 to the Renchuk Belle Vue Aces, 18 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. Steve Worrall, the last man to arrive ahead of heat number 8. Aces up by 6, and then we're looking to Lidsey and Worrall to combine here. Wolves, though, represented by Howarth and Becker, and both have looked lively so far this afternoon. So from the inside, it is Jamin Lidsey going in the blue helmet colour, gate 2 in yellow, Luke Becker, gate 3 in the red helmet colour, Stevie Worrall, and off the outside in white, it is Kyle Howarth. Howarth just being told by the styling marshal to come to order. So settling down for heat number 8. Green lights on from Michael Brecken, the takes fly away they go. Last start from the Aces pair. Lidsey and Worrall make lovely starts and get to the first corner. Jamin Lidsey making gate 1 count. Here comes his team partner Steve Worrall around the outside of him. Third at this stage is Kyle Howarth, with Becker this time at the back. And no mistake this time around from Steve Worrall. Howarth meantime is trying to gain the ground on second place, Jamin Lidsey. Howarth loses ground slightly. He's still pacing his machine, but Aces 1 and 2 at this stage. 2 laps gone off heat 10. 2 Wolves boys fighting amongst themselves, if anything. Becker falls very wide there by Howarth. Steve Worrall is still on the march action, this one. Strongest ride of the day. So important for Worrall to come out and win heat 8. This is 32nd, and the aces aren't going to bring home the final. Down the back straight they go for the final time. No problems for the retro cases in this one. They are going to send the lead to 10 points. Worrall with a win. Lidsey home for second. 2 Wolves boys cross the line together. I think perhaps Howarth just stayed on for third. And Belle Vue, well, they open up a 10-point lead. They're delighted with that. And they are both going to come round on a lap of honour. The south stand full as well. You see plenty over there. And we will enjoy 4 bank holiday meetings this season here at the National Stadium. And if the crowds turn out for each of those in the same form, well, it'll be 4 good meetings to enjoy. Worrall and Lidsey combine in heat number 8. Great stuff from them. A 5-1 to the Rentral Cases, and the score moves on 29 to the Rentral Cases, 19 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. Riders at the tapes for heat number 9. Impressive winner last time out, Ricky Wells, here in the blue helmet colour. He's going to have to be going some from the outside gate because he's got the fast starting Scott Nicholls directly on gate number 1. Nicholls then, the 7 times British champ, in white, gate 1. Kenneth Bjerre next to him. Bjerre's had a quiet old afternoon so far. He's in red. Gate number 2, gate 3 in yellow, Ash Morris. And off the outside in the blue helmet colour, it will be Ricky Wells. So Wolverhampton, having conceded that 5-1 in heat number 8, be looking to instantly undo it here. Of course, no tactical substitutes allowed in this Premiership Supporters Cup competition. So coming to order for heat number 9. Trying to come from wide, he'll throw it out into the dirt. Nicholls away, here comes Welsh on the outside of Ash Morris. Had to work hard there on the first lap to get ahead of the Wolves reserve. Morris, to his credit, trying to come through back there on his inside, has done so. Wells pays the favour. So Wells back through into third. Meantime, Kenneth Bjerre with the shortest way around. Scott Nicholls though with the pace to get back out front. Point action heat 9. The Wolves man out front, but Kenneth Bjerre will try to hunt him down. We saw in heat 6. To block a rider behind him. Kenneth Bjerre with a lot more pace this heat number 9. What can the Aces man do? Nicholls from Bjerre. Wells meantime hasn't quite shaken off the close attentions of Ash Morris, but will concentrate on the race out front. Got Nicholls, really strong ride from him. Kenneth Bjerre just can't quite get the bike put in the right place. To the top corner they go. Nicholls, it's been a good ride from him there. The Wolves man hangs on. Second man home was Kenneth Bjerre. Wells does indeed hang on for third. Fine action heat number 9. It's a shared race situation. Aces 10-point advantage is maintained. But good stuff from Scotty Nicholls. And they're all going to head back to the pits quickly. Obviously, with it being such a warm day, back to the pits to cool down. So good stuff from Scott Nicholls. Impressive win. Second man home Kenneth Bjerre. Third spot went to Ricky Wells, a shared race, and progressively the score moves on 32 to the Red Truck Belle Vue Aces and 22 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. A bit of extra time having been allowed for Scott Nicholls, who's back out here for the rider replacement ride. Nicholls just arriving now in the yellow helmet colour. The full lineup for heat number 10 sees going in the white helmet, gate number 1 Rory Schlein, gate 2 in red for the Rentral Cases, it will be Max Fricke. In gate number 3 yellow, Scott Nicholls, and off the outside in blue, Steve Worrall. So Wolves down by 10, but 6 races in which they can overturn that. They were down by 12 at Peterborough in the Supporters Club fixture, and then banged in 3 5-1s late on to take it to a last heat decider, just missing out in the final knockings thanks to a last corner pass from former ace Rowan Tungate. So just taking their time. The two on the outside, not particularly keen it would seem. Nicholls now obliges and Worrall takes up his place. So coming to order for heat number 10. Things fly where they go. It's a level start. Rory Schlein having making a good start. Scott Nicholls gets the rough end of things from Max Fricke, really barged aside, and Nicholls is forced to the back. So Schlein out front. Here comes Max Fricke looking down on his inside. Nicholls trying to recover and come on the outside of Worrall. It's ultra competitive stuff here. Nicholls really fired up. He's down the outside of Worrall. He's now going to storm his way through on the inside of Fricke. Nothing between first, second, third and fourth. And now here comes Fricke down on the inside of Rory Schlein. Dive bombs his way through on the inside of him. Meantime, Worrall trying to come back around the outside of Scott Nicholls. Action absolutely fantastic here. Now horror crash in the dust. Fricke has spun round. And Stevie Worrall has come down as well. What happened there? My goodness. Very rarely see an accident here at the National Stadium such as that. I think the red light is on. It's difficult to see as the paramedics and mechanics are down to check on the two Aces boys. Fricke sat down there, just catching his breath, can't quite believe what happened there. And I think perhaps given that track conditions have just caught them out, because you don't ever see accidents like that from Aces heat leaders. Yeah, Fricke is disqualified, and it's going to be a restart. Fricke's back up on his feet, just dusted himself down. Stevie Worrall's okay as well, thank goodness. They're going to need some extra time, I think, to repair Steve Worrall's machine, although Phil, his mechanic, just riding that back to the pits. So the two Aces boys are going to walk back and compare notes. Fortunately, they're both okay. And so an opportunity for Wolverhampton to get back into this match. In the restart, since Fricke just explaining to team manager Mark Lemon exactly what transpired there. And a rare fall for the Australian champion Max Fricke. And we'll have to go again for heat 10. We've taken the interval ahead of this restart of heat 10. Bit of extra time for Steve Worrall to get his machine repaired after that crash. Max Fricke ruled out, so Worrall going it alone, and a golden opportunity here for Wolverhampton to get back into this fixture. So the revised lineup for heat 10, the restart: Rory Schlein gate 1, no rider now in gate number 2. Gate 3 in yellow is Scott Nicholls, and off the outside in blue, Steve Worrall. Worrall's going to have to be going some to get to the first corner. Schlein with the advantageous gate number 1. Through the interval, they've once again graded and watered, and they do such a good job here at the National Stadium to keep track conditions under control. Certain circuits up and down the land really do struggle when it's a warm day, such as it is today. So Worrall taking his time for the ventral cases. He'll be determined, I'm sure, but Wolverhampton sensing an opportunity here. Settling down for heat 10, the restart. Things fly away they go. Start from the two Wolves boys. Schlein gets to the first corner. Scott Nicholls though has gone wide, and Steve Worrall comes through. Here comes Nicholls trying to come back through, and Scott Nicholls, extra speed, trying to force Stevie Worrall wide, but Worrall won't be denied, and Worrall takes it up. Steve Worrall then, fine first lap from him. Certainly the change he's made to his machine, and he's pulling away from the Wolverhampton pair. Worrall from Nicholls, Schlein in third, and with 2 laps gone, Steve Worrall doing everything he can here to gain the Wolverhampton effort. Down the back straight they go. Barring a disaster, Steve Worrall will bring this home, and Wolverhampton's opportunity will have passed. Just over a lap remaining. Worrall then from Schlein, Nicholls in third. Wolverhampton will be disappointed with this because they made good starts. Steve Worrall knew what he wanted to do on the first lap. And he takes a fantastic victory there in heat number 10. Worrall wins it. Schlein home for second. Third spot went to Scott Nicholls. Shake of the head from the Wolverhampton captain, Rory Schlein, unhappy. Steve Worrall certainly turned his afternoon around after coming to a halt in his first ride of the day. 2 victories in 8 and 10. And that's good stuff from Stevie there in heat number 10. Brilliant action on the first lap. And Stevie Worrall delighted with that acceleration, really. Brilliant stuff. So Worrall with the win from Rory Schlein. Scott Nicholls for third. A shared race, and after 10 heats here, 35 to the Belle Vue Aces, 25 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. On we go to heat number 11. The 4 riders at the starting tapes for this one, and it will see going in the white helmet colour for the Wolverhampton Wolves. Their number 1, Sam Masters. Gate 2 in blue. In red even, it will be Daniel Bewley. Dan just getting off his machine. Gate 3 in the yellow and black helmet colour, it is Kyle Howarth, and off the outside in blue it will be Jamin Lidsey. Well, Lidsey combined in heat number 8 with Steve Worrall for a 5-1. Can he combine here with Daniel Bewley? Temperature has dropped slightly here at the National Stadium, but the track action still red hot, and Kyle Howarth warming up his rear tyre here. Kyle Howarth with gate 3 this time. He'll be disappointing having been 5-1 in heat number 8 at the hands of Lidsey and Worrall. So can the Wolverhampton Wolves make good starts here from 1 and 3? Takes away they go. The Wolves pair through gate. Masters gets to the first corner. Masters away up front. Kyle Howarth chasing the dirt line. It's Wolverhampton 1 and 2. It's very tight into the top corner with Sam Masters hitting the front. Masters then from Kyle Howarth, who's taken the long way around. Dan Bewley trying to storm his way down his inside. Dan Bewley trying to force Howarth into a mistake. Howarth going very wide there on the second corner, and Bewley is through to second. Now can Dan Bewley hunt down Sam Masters? Howarth meantime trying to recover. Lidsey with a watching brief. It's Masters on his way to second victory of the day. Dan Bewley's charging hard. Meantime, here comes Lidsey through on the inside of Howarth. Howarth all the time having to ride wide to chase the dirt. Drops his shoulder ahead of Lidsey there, takes the Australian by surprise. Meantime, Bewley stops to finish. He's having another good look at Sam Masters. Lidsey and Howarth going all at it here. 2 races in 1. And meantime, Dan Bewley out front has made a big long straight on Sam Masters. Howarth and nearly nothing between them. And they come through to take the flag. Dan Bewley will bring it home. Kyle Howarth has brought home third. Well, what a dramatic race, heat number 11. We were concentrating on the battle for the third place point, but Dan Bewley then set his sights out front on Sam Masters. And Dan Bewley, he never knows when he's beaten, this young man. And what a fabulous last lap pass from him. The Aces fans rise at the main grandstand. Brilliant stuff from Daniel Bewley in that one. So Daniel Bewley with the win. Second man home was Sam Masters, and third went to Kyle Howarth. Shared race once again, and progressively the score moves on. 38 to the Belle Vue Aces and 28 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. Riders at the tapes for heat number 12. Max Fricke out in this one on his second machine. Could see Max no ill effects after his heat 10 crash. And I'm sure he'll be looking to make amends by making a fast start here from the inside gate. So Fricke, gate number 1. Gate 2 in yellow for Wolverhampton, it is their captain Rory Schlein. Gate 3 in the blue helmet colour, Ricky Wells. And off the outside in white, Scott Nicholls. So Ace is still in control of this tie. Still up by 10. Ricky Wells has had a reasonable afternoon today, so can he combine here? Belle Vue with the advantageous 1 and 3. So settling down for heat number 12 here at the National Stadium. Carter Marshall is happy with the 4 riders. He walks away. Takes 5 away they go. Good start from Max Fricke from the inside. Nicky Wells, however, has missed out. Trying to come through on the inside of Fricke is Schlein. Wells, however, won't be denied. And a strong back straight from Ricky Wells should combine with Max Fricke, and his aces 1 and 2. Trying to come through on the inside is Rory Schlein. On the outside is Scott Nicholls. Nicholls committed to the outside of Ricky Wells, but it's the aces man that shows. Nicholls will now change his angle of attack down low, and he finds Max Fricke rocking his way, and Ace is still in a 5-1 situation. So Fricke and Wells combining here. They're all chasing the dirt line as the dust billows here in Manchester. Fricke out front from Wells then. Chase being given by Scott Nicholls. Schlein watching it all from the rear of the field, and with a lap to go, Belle Vue will put this meeting to bed here on shore. Wolverhampton have tried hard. Belle Vue are going to come up trumps here in heat number 12. Their captain Max Fricke and Ricky Wells combine and bring home the 5-1 maximum. That gives the Aces the victory here this afternoon. Brilliant stuff from Ricky Wells. I thought he'd been mugged on the first corner, but he had other ideas, and he stormed his way round the outside of the Wolverhampton pair. The 4 riders are heading back to the pits. Fine stuff there in heat number 12. Max Fricke taking the wing. A strong ride from Ricky Wells in second. Third was Scott Nicholls, a 5-1. And the score moves on 43 to the Renchock Belle Vue Aces and 29 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. Extra time having been allowed for Rory Schlein, who's out here as a rider replacement. Schlein arriving in gate 4 this time, so the lineup for heat number 13. Kenneth Bjerre, he goes in blue, gate number 1. Gate 2 in white, Sam Masters. Just once again off his machine in the red helmet colour, Dan Bewley. Dan packing down the gate 3 starting grid. And off the outside, in the yellow helmet, it is Rory Schlein. So with that 5-1 in heat number 12, secured the victory today here in the first leg of, the first part of today's double-header. Although it's a cup competition, it's not an aggregated score situation. So Aces will have secured the points in the league table. Takes 5 then on E13, away they go. Yeah, with a strong start from the inside. Sam Masters trying to force Dan Bewley wide. Bewley though won't be denied. Gets out wide, and he now hooks up with Kenneth Bjerre, and the Aces here are turning the screw. So Bjerre making a lovely start from the inside. Despite the best efforts here of Sam Masters, Daniel Bewley wasn't to be denied, and he takes it up front. Bewley almost hitting the back straight fence. He's got so much pace when he's out front. Loves the wide open spaces. And Bewley from Bjerre here. Masters with Schlein once again at the back of the field. And Wolverhampton, unfortunately for them, are capitulating in the second half of this meeting. So the track very dry now. Despite the best efforts, they have kept most of the dust down. They're not going to get to Wolves are not going to get to the Aces boys. Bewley and Bjerre combining, big start here in heat number 13. Into the top corner they go. Fine stuff from Bewley. Brilliant win from him. Kenneth Bjerre for second, Masters for third. And after the first lap, that settled down, and the Aces banging back-to-back 5-1s that ensure that Wolverhampton will be leaving with no consolation points. They will be returning to Monmore this evening empty-handed and determined to avenge this, I'm sure. But we'll be in for a competitive contest down there as well. So great stuff from the Aces pair, Dan Bewley and Kenneth Bjerre there in heat number 13. Bewley with the victory. Bjerre for second, Masters for third, a 5-1. And the score moves on 48 to the Renchock Belle Vue Aces and 30 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. heat number 14 at the line. We've received the nominations via Twitter for this one, as is the format for the Premiership Supporters Cup. And the nominations received are as follows. In the red helmet colour, gate number 1 for the Aces, it is Jaimin Lidsey. Gate 2 in white for his third ride on the spin, Rory Schlein. Gate number 3 in blue will be Stevie Worrall. And off the outside in yellow for Wolverhampton, it will be Luke Becker. Well, Becker hasn't ridden since, what was it, heat number 8. So track conditions will have changed slightly since then. All credit to the track staff that have done their level best here on this pacey circuit here in Manchester. So just settling down for heat 14. Belle Vue have been victorious here this afternoon. So they come to order. Green light is on from Michael Bracken. Being hailed, away they go. Rory Schlein with a lovely start out of gate number 2. The Wolves captain makes the first corner in front. Schlein out front then. Leads in second. Here comes Steve Worrall. On the outside of his team partner, Becker at the back. Although Becker trying to swing wide also. Schlein, no mistake. He's out front. Yes, this time back at the places. Rory Schlein, slight mistake there for him. On the second corner and down the back straight. Dust once again billowing. Here comes Becker. Throwing it out wide. And Becker's going to try to do 2 for the price of 1 here. Becker going all at it to come around the outside of Lidsey. Fantastic action. Lidsey trying to block his run. Becker fired up here. And the Wolverhampton reserve putting on a really strong ride. Keeping it down low to come through into 3rd spot. And that's good stuff from him. We'll not see Lidsey to respond. Lidsey having a look down on his inside. There's nothing between them down the back straight. Which one will have it? Becker just gets there in time. The win's going to go to Rory Schlein. Second one home will be Steve Worrall. It'll be a run to the flag. Well, that's another one for our referee to sort out. Fantastic action given the conditions. And I'm not sure whether Lidsey got up for 3rd. What's not in doubt is that Rory Schlein took the win. Schlein's going to head back to the pits. No laps of honour. Well, was that a shared race or was it a 4-2 heat advantage to the visitors? Brilliant action in the final stages of heat number 14. Rory Schlein making it count with a great start to power into victory. Second man home was Steve Worrall as they tore into the top corner. Very close indeed coming off the final bend. And confirmed Luke Becker did hang on, and Wolverhampton do take a heat advantage. So 4-2 to the visitors. Haven't had too many heat advantages today. The score moves on. It's 50 to the Renchuk Belle Vue Aces and 34 to the Wolverhampton Wolves. Final race of the afternoon here at the National Stadium before we all decamp and move travel down the M6 to Monmouth Green. The rider nominations are in from the 2 team managers, and the lineup sees going in the red helmet colour, just repositioning himself gate 1, it's Daniel Bewley. Gate 2 in white for Wolverhampton, it is Scott Nicholls. Gate 3 in the blue helmet colour, Ricky Wells, and off the outside in yellow, Sam Masters. Well, Sam's had a good afternoon, scoring 8 points. Can Wolverhampton finish with a flourish, or can Belle Vue get anything out of Bewley and Wells? Both have had good performances. Bewley missed out in his first ride of the day, but since then has been imperious. It does go so very well here in Manchester. So, settling down for heat 15 then. Riders ready for the final race of the day. Pace fly where they go. A nice start from gate number 1. The one also from Scott Nicholls. Both Wolves boys go wide, and Ricky Wells comes through. So it's aces 1 and 2. Wolves went slightly too wide on the first and second corner, and that allowed the curve corner in Ricky Wells to come through on the inside. Sam Masters giving chase. Wells this time chasing the dirt line. And Wells has let out slip, although he's instantly back through on the inside of Masters. Fine action. Masters looking to come back through on his inside, does so. And the Wolverhampton number 1 slots back into second spot. Wells determined, trying to chase the dirt right up towards the fence. The riders, I think, seem that expect the dirt to be out wide, but perhaps the quickest way around is south down low on the inside there. Dan Bewley is on his way to another race victory. Fine stuff from Dan. It's going to be a heat advantage, a 4-2 situation to round off the day. Daniel Bewley, another race victory for the Dynamite Dan. He wins it. Second one home, Sam Masters. Third went to Ricky Wells. And no mistake from Dan. Off K number 1. Thumbs up from him. And the Aces wrap up a comprehensive victory here this afternoon over their nearest rivals. Dan's going to accelerate with a wheelie down the home straight. Fine stuff from Dan. So a really professional performance tonight, from today even, by the Renchuck Belle Vue Aces. Bewley taking the win in Heat 15. Second man home was Sam Masters. Third went to Ricky Wells, a 4-2, and thus the final score. 54 to the Renchuck Belle Vue Aces and 36 to the Wolverhampton Wolves.
That's a brilliant effort from Dan Bewley in heat number 15 to get the better of Sam Masters and secure a comprehensive victory for the Belle Vue boys. Fingers crossed that October brings us some action just like that. We'll keep you posted on our plans for staging racing in 2020, so watch this space. So for next week then, it'll be August the 6th, and you guys have chosen to see the Somerset Rebels back in Manchester for more classic Premiership action. And we'll be back here on Facebook and YouTube from 8 o'clock sharp. That's Thursday, August the 6th. We'll see you then.